Hello, this is Domenico with Easynomics, and we're going to do another practice on calculating unemployment from a set of data. This is part of a playlist that's linked below regarding the objective of low unemployment and models to be applied, along with calculating unemployment rate from a set of data and other calculations. So I'll continue to develop more paper 2, paper 3 types of calculations that an SL, HL student may experience on their IB exam. So let's take a look. So here's another question similar to a previous practice that we did. Here we have labor market data for South Africa in 2019. In the left column, we have population data. In the middle column, we have the number of employed, and the right column, the number of unemployed. So a question could be, using the information provided in this table, calculate the rate of unemployment for South Africa in 2019. So go ahead and pause the video and make your calculations, and then we'll check your work in just a moment. Pause now. Okay, so let's check your work. First, we have to understand how we calculate unemployment based on the key factor of the labor force. So the labor force is equal to the sum of the quantity of employed labor plus the quantity of unemployed labor. Unemployed are those that are actively looking for work but unable to find work. We're not looking at discouraged workers. So we have this formula. So labor force is equal to quantity of employed. So we have 16,356,432 plus the quantity of unemployed, 6,519,696. And we add that and we'll get a labor force of 22,876,128. So we have this key factor here to help us calculate the unemployment rate. The unemployment rate is a formula. And it's equal to the quantity of unemployed divided by the total labor force. Multiplied by 100, so we get a percentage. And that would be equal to quantity of unemployed. So here we have 6,519,696 divided by a labor force of 22,876,128 multiplied by 100. And that will work out to 28.49. Repeating, the cover sheet for an exam will state to illustrate the number to the second significant decimal value. So we'll just round that up to 28.5%. And there you have your answer, right here. So the unemployment rate in South Africa in the year 2019 is 28.5%, right? Nearly a third of its entire labor force is unemployed, which is a significant opportunity cost for the country. They're losing the opportunity to employ a third of their labor force to produce and contribute to the national economy. So there's definitely some significant challenges that this country is facing. Keep in mind that there's a common mistake that students often may do on this exam or this type of question is that they'll take the quantity of unemployed and divide it by the total population instead of the labor force. So that's a common mistake. You got to take the quantity of unemployed divided by the labor force. So if you have the employed and the unemployed, you just add these two values and then you'll have the labor force value. Linked in the video notes below will be where I got this data from, the World Bank. Here we have the population of South Africa over time and how it's been increasing. Here we have the size of its labor force over time. This is 2019 right here, and then we have the impact potentially of the upcoming of the COVID pandemic on the labor force. And then we have the unemployment rate, which from 2000 went up to 33.3, then went down prior to the economic crisis of 2008 to 22%. And then from that point on, the unemployment rate has just been getting worse. So South Africa has some definite work to do in addressing this unemployment rate within their nation. If you have any questions, feel free to comment those questions below. And don't forget to subscribe and to like. Thank you so much.